Cardinal Timothy Dolan, the Catholic Archbishop of New York, joins us now. Your Eminence, it's great to have you.
Always good to be with you, Rob Astorino. And thanks again the other night being with us at St. Joseph Seminary in Dunwoody for our gala. I really appreciated it. Thanks for your support. How's Sean, your son? Where is he?
He's in Arkansas at the Air Force Base. He's doing great. Thank you for asking.
We're proud of him. We're proud of him.
So,
yeah.
You know, there's
Do you want me to interview you, or do you want to ask me stuff?
So, you know, there's so many people right now that are feeling like the whole world is completely out of whack, right? You know, we're in a bizarro world, and a lot of anxiety out there about the economy, the open borders, crime. We saw Sarah's report before from the funeral of Jonathan Diller, the police officer that was killed. Can you at least help us feel a little bit better for Easter? We need a little reassurance here.
Well, thanks for asking, Rob. I feel that way sometimes myself. And look, we're in good company, because that's the way the universe, that's the way all creation felt that Good Friday afternoon, right? I mean, it was so bad that the sun went into eclipse. It was so bad that the earth tremored with an earthquake. It was pretty awful bad, all right, that first Good Friday. And I think you're onto something. We're tempted to feel that way right now, that we're kind of locked into, straitjacketed into that Good Friday afternoon. The joy, the message of hope that Easter gives us is that that doesn't have the last word. You bet it's there, but God has the last word. Life, not death. Hope, not doubt. Goodness, not evil. That has the last word, and that's what Easter is all about. It almost seemed as if humanity's hopes were permanently dashed when our Savior, the Son of God, was suffered and died on the cross. Satan was tap dancing. He hadn't been that happy since Adam and Eve sinned in the Garden of Eden. So it almost seemed as if Satan had triumphed. But we have a God who finds his way out of a tomb, all right? We have a God who rose from the dead. We have a God who's having the last word. And that, of course, is that's the message of Easter, see? So it's not that we deny the somberness and the trauma of a Good Friday afternoon. That is there. What we're saying is we happen to have a God who can change things, transform things, and he can transform that into the light and the hope and the life and the goodness of Easter Sunday morning.
What about the Lenten season? Why is it that we sacrifice something? We give up something. You know, abstain from meat on Fridays, but we personally give up something that we enjoy. Why do we do that?
Listen, Rob, Lent's over. Get off it, okay? We don't have to talk about that again for those 40 days till next Ash Wednesday. No, here's the scoop. Lent, the Holy Mother Church is a wise teacher, and she knows we got to get ready for something big, and there's nothing bigger in the life of faith than the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So we got to kind of get ready for it. We just don't stumble into it. One of the ways we get ready for something is to make room. So the invitation of the 40 days of Lent, which will come to a conclusion tonight at the Easter Vigil. Thank God. I'm looking forward to a cold beer and a ham sandwich. The invitation of Lent is to give God some space. So that means it's kind of a good idea to cleanse things from our life that block him. All right. And that's why we fast. That's why we give things up. That's why we devote more time to prayer. That's why we reach out more in love and service to other people, to just kind of create a space for the Lord. And he occupies it. See, that's the hope of Lent. That's the promise of Easter.
Talk to people, someone who's watching right now who fell away from the church, but they still believe in God. Why should they give it another chance? Why should they come back?
Yeah, and there's tons of them.
Yeah.
You just hit on something that's kind of tough for us to talk about. We have more and more people that say that they believe, they don't want to belong. They're kind of into spirituality, but not religion. Now, at least I'm glad they got that. Thanks be to God. We learned the hard way, Rob, that if we're going to persevere in our belief, if we're going to be tenacious and loyal in our faith, we can't do it by ourselves. We need others. First of all, we need God, and God has let us know that he prefers to deal with us as a people, as a community. That's the beauty of the people of Israel. That's the magnificence of the church. He likes to deal with us as a family. God is our Father, and we ain't the only child. Jesus is our good shepherd, and we're not the only lamb in the flock, you see. And that's important for us. So we need you. Come on back to the church. We're glad you'll be here tomorrow. Our churches will be jammed. Our collections will be high. Yippee. But not only do we need you and want you and appreciate you, you need us. And I don't say that in a patronizing way. I'm saying that because that's kind of what we know by common sense. That's kind of what the experts say. Religion is tough to do if you're all by yourself. You want to kind of look up and say, I'm not alone. I belong to something bigger and more beyond, okay? There's more to a Sunday morning than just a second cappuccino at Starbucks by myself on the corner table with the New York Times. I want to be with other people who share the most passionate convictions upon which I base my life, and that's the definition of the church. So come on back. We need you. We want you. And I got a hunch you need us.
You wrote a great editorial or op-ed in the Wall Street Journal on Friday.
Oh, thank you.
People should
You're the
read.
one that read it. Way to
I
go.
did. I read it. I did. Wait till you see my comments. People should read that. It is a great op-ed. This is the most important question, perhaps. It's the last one. But what is your favorite Easter candy?
Reese's chocolate peanut butter eggs.
That's the #1 selling candy.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't know that. There's nothing better after Holy Saturday than to take one of those chocolate peanut butter eggs from Reese's and dunk it into a beer. You can't beat it, all right?
Something doesn't go there, but I'll make it work. According to Instacart, that's #1. Kinder chocolate candy eggs are 2. Starburst jelly beans are 3. Lindt milk chocolate bunny is 4. So take your pick. They're all good. And because of you today coming on the show, I am going to be extra generous tomorrow with the collection basket, giving double that I normally do, 50 cents.
Way to go. And make sure you put 2 quarters in, because your checks never quite make it. They bounce from here up to God knows where you're at, Rob. So happy Easter to you and Sheila and the family, okay?
You too. God bless you. Timothy Cardinal Dolan. Thank you so much.